You are recently back from China, a trip there about a month or so ago. I wonder what you heard when you were over there about a brewing trade conflict or trade war. What are the feelings over there like before we get to some of the other questions that are top of mind?
I don't think that I have a lot to report. They don't like it, I can tell you that. They tend not to bring it up with me as an American. I had the same problem when I visited Russia a few months ago. You know, it was just the sanctions, that was a delicate topic. And maybe I'm not the right kind of ambassador, but it tended to be just silent about the whole thing.
Well, let's turn then to some of the things that Steve just reported. Overall, the president seems to get more than half of the country approving of his stewardship of the economy. They seem to favor his renegotiation of trade deals by an even greater percentage or plurality, I guess you would say. What does that tell you about the feeling that the American people have about the business climate and business confidence and economic confidence in the face of all of these other things that could presumably bring it down a notch?
Well, it seems the Americans are angry, and they've put someone whose prevailing mood, you see them, he's captured on camera all the time, angry about our being treated unfairly. President Trump says they're laughing at us for having made bad deals. That's calculated to bring out anger, and I think that Trump has been supporting the markets with his capitalist tilt. People believe that he's good for the markets, but not necessarily if we start antagonizing. You know, the G7 meeting recently looked kind of grim. This kind of antagonism with our allies will, I think, eventually harm confidence.
I mean, that is the question, Steve, right? How much of a pain tolerance does the president have to see the market go down and the economy get hit as a result of the trade action?
So he has a bit in the bank on that issue, right? He's got 40% up overall. Now, each month that goes by that we don't have another gain, it kind of ruins those monthly returns that we've had under President Trump. And the work that we did shows there were like 15 or 16 days of minus 1% on the Dow, and half of those were related to news from the Trump administration on trade. It is unusual. The president has listened to business on a lot of issues. He is not listening to business or the markets on this issue. He's apparently not listening to Larry Kudlow or Kevin Hassett on these issues, who are two people that the market put a lot of stock and faith in to convince the president that these trade issues. I will tell you that when I looked at every single day where the trade was substantially about trade, the market never rallied when there were going to be more tariffs. Only with easing tension, and down when there were more tariffs.
So, Professor, let's get to how you think this will impact the economy. You actually say that you think it's going to result in an economic crisis. What's the shape, and how deep is that crisis going to be?
Well, I think the market is highly valued at using my CAPE ratio. And in the past, it's very hard to predict exactly when the correction will come, but it's perfectly normal that there should be a correction. We've seen a remarkable stock market ever since 2009. And it's not all Trump, obviously, mostly Obama. But Trump is maybe related to the last stages of it, when it's looking really elevated. And it's not just me who thinks it. I do my own surveys, and I know that recent years people have been more and more concerned about overvaluation of the market. And they're still investing in it. This is one of the paradoxes of human nature. But I think that there could be every time the markets goes down, like it did also in January of this year, for a little while people are thinking, is this it? Then they've changed their mind and come back. We'll see if that happens consistently.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.